go out to the bars weekly. And one night that we were there, we realized there was one girl who was like the most popular. Like, she always had men around her. My teammate was talking to another woman, and this other woman said, oh, like, she's the most popular in here. And in saying all of this, we realized that this woman, who is the most popular client, who's the one that is always being bought and the one who's always there every single night, she's mute and deaf. And every time that we tried to talk with her, she'd always, like, smile but never say anything back. In every way, shape, and form, like, she is literally, like, defenseless. She doesn't have a voice to use. She doesn't have ears to, like, listen to, like, how beautiful and, like, worthy that she is, because she is. Like, she's so worthy. She's made in the image of God. I'll never forget her face. And she will always be, like, the face of the sex trade industry for me. And every time that I get, like, weary or, like, what do I do, like, with all of this, or what do we do, I think about her, and I think about her face, and it's not, like, this huge problem anymore. It just, like, focuses in on her. And, like, if she was the only one that was ever prostituted, or the only one who was ever sold by someone else, like, she would be worth fighting for.
Can you describe the process at a beer garden, how that would work?
Yeah, so a beer garden is a place where you have, like, two sections to this bar. So the first section, it's like you walk in and it's like an aisle, and on both sides of the aisle you'll have a line of chairs, normally 10 chairs on each side or 20 chairs on each side, and you'll have women who sit in these chairs, and they just wait. And a man or woman, because women also can buy women here, will walk in, look at the women sitting, choose which one they want, and then they take them to a table, and then they drink beer together or another drink, and whoever picks the woman will also buy her drink. And it's at this table that they negotiate if there's going to be an outside deal, like to have sex or not, or to be a companion for the night, or whatever it is.
Is there anything specific about Cambodia's culture or political environment that you think feeds into the sex industry?
So being prostituted here isn't actually looked down on fully by the culture. People who are beggars, like they beg for money or beg for food, they're looked down on. But people who prostitute themselves, a lot of the times people will overlook what they're doing because they know that they're doing this in order to provide for their family. And in this culture, it's all about, like, gratitude for the next generation or the previous generation. And so, like, children are expected to provide for their families, children are expected to provide for their mothers, and then children are expected to provide for their children until their children are of age. And so that's why, like, women go into the industry, because they have to provide for their families. The sex trade industry in America is not the same that it is here, and it's not the same in Thailand, it's not the same in Vietnam. The reasons for people getting into it aren't the same, and we have to realize that. And when we realize that, and we come to a place of being a learner mentality, like, I want to learn why this is happening versus I want to fix all of this. Like, we have to learn before we can fix. We have to learn before we can really understand a solution to the problem. And so, like, I would just encourage whoever has a heart to raise awareness, or has a heart to fight this thing, because it's, like, worth fighting for, to be a learner.